How much you want to bet I could shoot an arrow over the mountains? You want to shoot an arrow over some mountains? You're probably going to need a PSE bow. Well, I'm going to give one away, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You know how this goes. If you're subscribed to the channel, you're liking, you're commented, you're entered in the giveaway. Free PSE bow. Why not? Well, it's finally become time, or the time has come in which you're selling your land. Maybe you're upgrading. Maybe it's just whatever's going on in your life. You got to sell your land. You need some extra cash flow, whatever the case is. There are certain things that you could do in order to make more money when selling your land, whether it's hunting land, in this case is what we're probably going to be talking about, but really maybe even some other recreational land too. There's certain things you should or shouldn't do to ensure that you get the best bang for your buck. So here's the thing. Let's talk about this from a hunting standpoint for a second. You know, one thing that I see quite often, and we're just going to get right into it. I see super often when I'm looking for pieces of land to buy is people go in and they cut the timber out of them. It's not always a bad thing, but most times it is. Why? Because it's probably not done strategically. Now, let's say it's somebody like myself. You know who you're buying the property from. You're buying from an avid whitetail hunter, and they decide to cut the property. You know, it can be a downside, but if it was done strategically and done the right way, you're only that much closer to better hunting. So maybe it lost a little bit of value in timber. Hopefully they didn't just clear cut the place. But if you as an owner go in and you cut just to pull money off of this place, you need to understand that less people are going to be interested. Why? Because once that timber is brought out, there's nothing you can do to bring that timber back. So a guy like me who's looking to go in there and do strategic things with the property looks at this place and says, well, you've kind of already in a way wrecked the property, and I can't undo what's been done. I can't go in there and do it myself, do it strategically. You just went in there to cut it to put a little extra jing in your pocket last minute before you sold it. But in reality, you know what you did? You brought in less buyers. You actually devalued the property because you didn't do it right strategically. You just took out the oaks and the walnuts because you wanted the money, and you make it harder on the next guy. So there's a way in which you can log the property strategically and even raise value. And put some money in your pocket, but you need to do it the right way. You need to have somebody out there that knows what they're looking at. And that's what I try to do with my properties. And here's the thing. Obviously, maybe I'm a reputable, I'm not here to pat myself on the back, but like you get a reputable name that does this for a living, builds properties for a living. It's going to be done the right way so that the hunting is better. If that's not the case, and you're the guy who says it's just time to sell, I'm going to sell my land, but I'm going to log it all first. You got to realize that you're not going to get the buyers because it's in that state where it's like, oh, this was just wrecked. And that's another thing. Logging industry is a sketchy one. So if you don't have the right guys doing the work for you, you might have wrecked a property. Whereas if it was 2-3 years after a cut, a little bit different scenario. So if you're looking to sell and you still want to cut, plan ahead of time. Get that cutting done 2-3 years prior so that the regeneration takes place, the regrowth takes place, and it doesn't look like quite the mess. Because if you don't work with the right logger, it will be a mess. I thankfully know a handful of good loggers. I do a good job. They use smaller equipment and they're not going to tear up a property. So when I do this with my given properties before we sell them or anything like that, it's going to be done right. And it's going to be done strategically, and it's going to be done so that the hunting's better, not just to put some money in my pocket. A lot of times it just flat out needs to be done. But when it is being done, you need to make sure that you're doing it the right way. And if you don't, you're kind of screwing yourself over and bringing in less buyers. So that's one quick tip I had for you guys. If you're looking to sell your property, if you're looking to upgrade your property, get into a bigger property, don't go and just cut the timber to cut the timber. You're scaring a lot of buyers off. Remember that one. So if you guys like these videos, you like these quick tips, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Always doing giveaways. That's the only way you'll win. See you guys next time.